Welcome. I'm so glad that you are giving me your time and attention today. We need to talk about hormones and how to get you feeling better, right? I'm so excited for this conversation. All right, let's just jump right in. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to master your hormones and learn the 6 common mistakes women make during perimenopause and menopause. You'll get the proven solution to balance your hormones so you can finally release that stubborn weight and reverse many of your frustrating hormonal symptoms. Hi, my name is Dr. Tabatha. I'm the hormone and weight loss expert for women over 40, known affectionately as the Gutsy Gynecologist. I'm a conventionally trained triple board certified OBGYN turned functional medicine physician. Okay, before we get started, please put your phone and notifications on silence so you don't miss a thing. What you are about to learn is life-changing. Let's create an intention together that you're going to walk away from this presentation feeling empowered and confident that you have a solid plan to finally balance your hormones and live your best life. Okay, today's class is not going to be filled with fluff. My intention for you is to leave with an understanding of how hormone imbalance can affect your day-to-day life and exactly what you can do to reverse all these unwanted symptoms. Okay, are you experiencing any of the following? Feeling weepy for no reason, breast tenderness, stubborn weight gain that won't go away, some nights waking up and not falling back asleep, feeling moody or quick to anger, heavy or painful periods, anxious for the first time in your life, other random health things like joint pain or frozen shoulder or vertigo, or like some women, they tell me, I just feel weird. I don't feel like myself. You can reverse these symptoms in as little as a few weeks, and I'm going to tell you how to do so in the next 30 minutes. You're going to learn 6 shocking causes of hormone imbalances. You're going to learn exactly how you can restore balance to your hormones, release your stubborn weight, and reverse many of these frustrating hormonal symptoms. Okay, those symptoms I listed are all common symptoms of hormone imbalances. Seriously, do you relate to any of them? Yeah. What if I told you that you could reverse these symptoms in as little as a few weeks? I'm going to tell you exactly how today. You're going to learn 6 shocking causes of hormone imbalances. You're going to learn exactly how to restore balance to your hormones, reverse many of the frustrating hormonal symptoms, and release that stubborn weight. Believe me when I tell you, it's not your fault and you're not alone. The medical industry isn't set up to find the root cause of symptoms that you are experiencing. But first, I want to share a little bit about myself and why I gave up my successful career as a highly sought-after robotic surgeon to become a functional medicine doctor. I want you to hear my journey for a couple reasons. It's not really about me, but my story is going to show you how conventional medicine fails menopausal women. Through my story, you're going to learn how you can take back control of your health and wellness. Like I said, my name is Dr. Tabatha Barber, and I'm a triple board certified OBGYN. But just a few years ago, I was a robotic surgeon, chief of staff of the hospital where I practiced, and my specialized robotic training allowed me to perform advanced surgeries that many surgeons around the nation refused to do. But I gave it all up because I realized I was doing more harm than good. To add insult to injury, my health was falling apart. I enjoy thriving health now, but I've been plagued with many health problems throughout most of my life. At the age of 17, I dropped out of high school due to an unexpected pregnancy. I went on food stamps and Medicaid. When I was a teen mom living on welfare, I had no control over my health. The doctors and nurses rudely made it clear to me that they were getting paid 20 cents on the dollar to see me, and they treated me like a second-class citizen. Those doctors did unethical things to my body that damaged my long-term health. I was subjected to invasive procedures without consent or explanation. They even irradiated my thyroid without explaining the lifelong consequences to me. They assumed I wasn't smart enough to make decisions for my own body, and they thought they knew best, regardless of the negative effects I've had to live with. Despite my setbacks, I beat the odds and went to medical school. I was motivated by my passion to spare other women the pain I endured. I was determined to help give women a voice and a choice. I enjoyed medical school, but there were some big problems in the conventional medical industry that I didn't understand back then. Back then, I didn't understand that conventional medicine, it's not designed to heal people. I didn't see that conventional medicine is designed to silence our voices. There were red flags. During my residency, it was common to have lunch with the drug rep and equipment reps at least 3 times a week. It was also common for reps to take us to dinner and fly us places for training on their equipment. These trainings were part work and part mini vacation, so many doctors eagerly signed up for these trainings. The dirty truth about med school is that drug reps were our main teachers. We learned how to treat patients by hearing about whatever drug the rep was pushing at the time. Drug reps and equipment reps dramatically impact the doctor's decision-making in medical school and after. The companies that are selling the drugs to the patients are the ones educating the doctors. Do you see how this might be a conflict of interest? Sadly, things didn't change much when I transitioned from medical student to attending physician. Doctors are under a lot of stress. We are given massive caseloads. We endure sleep deprivation and insurance hassles, and the big pharma reps are always in our ear at the hospital. It's easy to forget your big dreams of helping women and giving them a voice when you're working 70 hours a week. Months flew by, and it feels like you're on a hamster wheel. My health deteriorated right under my nose. I was living on donuts and bagels for breakfast. I would devour whatever snacks I could find in the break room at the hospital. I would grab handfuls of M&Ms every time I walked by the nurse's station. I would guzzle coffee and Mountain Dew between patient visits. My health was a hot mess. I developed severe alternating diarrhea and constipation. My mind was shot. I had eczema that caused excruciating pain every time I washed my hands. Every month I had extremely heavy, painful periods. I had gained 30 pounds and I could barely get through performing a C-section because my back pain was so intense. My own doctors kept throwing surgeries and drugs at me to keep masking my symptoms so I could keep going. But I kept getting sicker and sicker. I'll never forget returning to work 6 weeks after recovering from back surgery, only to re-injure my back 3 days later while delivering a baby. My surgeon took me back and looked at me and said, "Back surgeries are like Lay's potato chips. You can't have just one." He wanted to perform another surgery. When I realized putting Band-Aids on my symptoms was not working, I needed a dramatic change in my life. I needed to get to the root cause of my health problems. I did the unthinkable. I took 4 months off of work. During this time, I experienced a deep calling to study a more natural approach to medicine called functional medicine. Functional medicine is about getting to the root cause of your symptoms rather than just treating the symptoms themselves. Here's the difference between conventional and functional medicine. The conventional approach to medicine is to give Motrin for a headache. The functional approach to medicine is to find the root cause of the headache and fix that so the headache naturally goes away and hopefully doesn't come back. Do you see the difference? The functional approach made so much sense to me. After 4 months of studying functional medicine through the Cleveland Clinic, I no longer identified as an OBGYN, as chief of staff, as robotic surgeon. I identified as a functional medicine doctor, period. When I discovered functional medicine, my life changed. I learned that I can't have true health until I healed my gut. I learned how to fix my gut and balance my hormones. In a short period of time, my back pain magically stopped hurting and I no longer needed surgery. My constipation and diarrhea stopped. My memory returned. My skin cleared up. My periods went back to normal, and I easily dropped 30 pounds. I started sleeping better, and my energy was better than it ever had been. And I reversed a ton of other little pesky health problems that I had been trying to ignore. This inspired me to completely change how I practice medicine. I stopped treating my patients' symptoms. Instead, I now find the root cause of my patient's symptoms and treat that instead. And wow, what a difference it's made in the health of my patients. It's not just my health that's completely improved, it's the health of thousands of women I have treated as well. And the results have been astonishing and humbling. And here's the cool thing, we get results like this every day. After a decade as a celebrated robotic surgeon and serving as chief of staff and chief of the department, I realized I was a massive failure. I failed as a doctor because I hadn't accomplished what I had set out originally. I hadn't truly cured people. I had merely given them a quick fix. I had temporarily reduced their unwanted symptoms. Many of the surgeries I had performed could have been avoided with simple health changes. Many of the drugs I prescribed were actually making my patients sicker, and many of them had to come back for more surgeries and more drugs. I didn't realize at the time, but I had unintentionally silenced the voices of many women, just like the doctors had done to me when I was younger. At the time, I didn't know any better, but the truth is, they trusted me to make them better, and I had failed to give them a prescription to heal. Instead, I gave them drugs and surgeries that didn't truly heal them. They had no say in the matter because there weren't any doctors giving them a different option. No one was teaching these women how to heal their bodies through simple lifestyle changes. Listen, sometimes drugs and surgeries are the best option, but I've helped thousands of women turn around their lives without drugs and surgery. When you learn how to balance your hormones the way I'm going to teach you, remarkable things happen in a short period of time. Hundreds of women have experienced the following: easy weight loss, noticeable improvement in their mood, sometimes overnight, high, steady energy all day, less sugar and carb cravings, less hunger, return of their libido, better skin and hair, lighter periods with less pain, and many of those random health problems just go away. For 10 years, I practiced medicine from the perspective of putting Band-Aids on symptoms with unnecessary drugs and surgeries. I didn't heal my patients. I just gave some temporary relief. When I healed my gut and balanced my hormones, I knew how I was going to accomplish my life mission. I finally knew how to heal people and give women a voice. Once my eyes were opened, I couldn't go back to my old ways. I could proudly say that I am now a functional doctor who practices medicine by finding the root cause and restoring health from there. Doctors should be trained to find the root cause so their patients can enjoy true health, but sadly, there are few of us who do this. Most conventional doctors prescribe Ambien and SSRIs to women who are going through menopause, and I believe that's a crime. SSRIs don't balance hormones, aka antidepressants. You're not depressed, your hormones are imbalanced. You need a solution to balance your hormones. Does that make sense? Are you sick of doctors throwing more drugs and surgeries at you to mask your symptoms? If so, I have a strong message for you. There is a better way. So keep watching until the end to learn the 6 critical mistakes that most women make during perimenopause and menopause. I'm going to teach you exactly how to avoid these 6 common mistakes. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to learn exactly what you need to do to balance your hormones, lose weight, and feel like a healthy 30-year-old again. You don't have to live with hormonal and weight issues anymore. I'm a doctor passionately committed to getting to the root cause of your uncomfortable symptoms. And I'm confident that I can help you lose weight and feel better in a matter of weeks. Are you ready to reverse those hormonal symptoms and lose that perimenopausal weight? Awesome. First, let me define menopause. The average age of menopause is 52. Menopause marks the date that you haven't bled for 12 consecutive months. Perimenopause is this period of several years prior to menopause. Perimenopause is a gradual, slow decline of your sex hormones, and it can last up to 10 years. This is a period where your mood swings can go crazy, where you find yourself raging at your children or husband for no reason. Sometimes you might get hot flashes, sleep disturbances, painful breasts, weight gain, mood swings, changes in your hair and skin. I've been hearing that a lot. But perimenopause usually begins in your 40s. Are you ready to learn how to overcome these symptoms? Okay, let's get started. There are 6 critical mistakes that I see women making during perimenopause and into menopause. I'm going to reveal these 6 mistakes and tell you exactly how to avoid them. Ready? The first common mistake women make, they fail to get a hormone lab panel. Let me tell you a story about why my own hormones suddenly went out of balance and why testing your hormones is critical. A few years back, I suddenly found myself crying several times a day for no reason. My mood swings were unlike anything I had ever experienced in my life. I hated my husband for no reason, and my passion for my work disappeared overnight. It was scary. I didn't even recognize myself. I had never experienced depression like that before. Up until this point, everything was great. I was the healthiest I'd been in my life, living the functional medicine dream. My career was thriving. I loved my life, but all of a sudden, everything was bad. Luckily, I had seen this happen with hundreds of patients, and after a couple of dark days, I realized it must be my estrogen. Sure enough, I tested my estrogen levels and they were really low, menopausally low. Those test results informed me that I would benefit from supplementing with bioidentical estrogen patch. As soon as I started taking that, I was able to recognize myself again. Within 24 hours of an estrogen patch, my depression lifted, and I felt love for my husband and passion for my career again. This was one of the most eye-opening experiences I've ever had. Functional medicine doctors test hormones and use test results to inform whether it's appropriate to prescribe bioidentical hormones. If I had still been a conventional doctor, things would have been a lot different. Sadly, most conventional doctors refuse to test hormones because they have zero training in how to interpret those tests. The number one mistake I see women make is failing to get their hormones tested. This leads to the number 2 mistake I see women make. Mistake number 2, most women are prescribed antidepressants for their hormone imbalances. Conventional gynecologists are trained by the drug reps to prescribe antidepressants for hormone imbalances. I can personally attest that I was trained to prescribe antidepressants as my first line for any kind of menopausal symptoms. Women are given Zoloft and Paxil and Lexapro instead of bioidentical hormones. Do you know what the number 1 side effect of SSRIs is? Weight gain. So to add insult to injury, low libido is another side effect. Did you know that 7 out of 10 perimenopausal women who divorced during this transition blamed their divorce on their menopausal symptoms? The mood changes are real, ladies. The truth is that SSRIs don't balance your hormone. The only thing that can balance your hormones is hormones. Conventional doctors are failing you. All right, are you experiencing any of the following? Feeling angry or irritated, feeling weepy for no reason, breast tenderness, stubborn weight gain that won't go away. You're waking up in the middle of the night and you can't fall back asleep. Hot flashes, heavy or painful periods, anxiety for the first time in your life, or your brain's just not as sharp as it used to be, or the common, I just feel weird. I don't feel like myself. These are the symptoms of hormone imbalances. Bioidentical hormones often alleviate most of these symptoms. SSRIs do not. Listen, if you're suddenly raging on your husband or your kids, it's not your fault. It's your hormones. Are you scared of hormone replacement therapy? Have you heard that HRT causes breast cancer? Let me debunk that myth for you right here, right now, which happens to be the third common mistake I see women make. Mistake number 3, taking the wrong kind of hormones. The kind of hormones prescribed is critical. If you're scared that HRT causes breast cancer, it's because many conventional doctors are prescribing the wrong kind of estrogen. Yes, many conventional doctors are still prescribing the kind of estrogen that does increase your risk of breast cancer, and it makes you gain weight. Isn't that outrageous? Let's talk about the history of estrogen and how it's been prescribed and where it actually comes from. I want you to pay close attention because this is very important. When hormone replacement with estrogen was first created many decades ago, it was made from horse urine. Up until 2002, it was standard of care to give women estrogen from horse urine. Estrogen made from horse urine is bad. We learned this from the WHI study that came out in 2002. It's because the horse urine estrogen is a synthetic version of estrogen that converts to estrone. Estrone is bad. Estrone increases your risk of uterine and breast cancer. This is part that's very important for you to understand. Not all estrogen turns to estrone. There's good estrogen and bad estrogen. The good kind of estrogen is the bioidentical form known as estradiol, and it's critical to get estradiol, not estrone. Estradiol comes in a cream, a patch, a pellet, a troche. There's different ways, but unfortunately, some conventional doctors still write prescription for that estrogen that converts to estrone. It's a pill. It's not safe. More often than not, doctors refuse to prescribe progesterone, the good kind of estrogen, because they don't understand the difference between the good and the bad kind. Most doctors have zero training in menopause. I have become certified by the Institute of Functional Medicine. Even though I'm an OBGYN, I knew nothing about hormones and menopause before I got certified. Isn't that crazy? They just don't teach us this stuff in medical school, ladies. You have to seek it out yourself. And unfortunately, instead of getting the necessary training, most doctors just refuse to prescribe any hormone replacement therapy. They've demonized all HRT, which isn't fair because many women desperately need hormone replacement, like I did when my hormones tanked. My hormones caused me to go into a serious depression that could have negatively impacted my career, marriage, and family. Had I not had access to testing and hormone replacement, my life could look very different right now. Far too many women are suffering in silence. Marriages are falling apart and families are being impacted because doctors refuse to give women safe hormones. This isn't fair. Women deserve to have the right to have access to hormone replacement when their test results indicate it's necessary. It's not just estrogen that's commonly misunderstood by conventional doctors. Are you familiar with progesterone? Progesterone is a magical hormone that your body produces during the second half of your cycle. It does a lot of things. It tells your uterine lining not to overgrow, and it elevates your mood and helps you sleep. If you have hormone-related mood issues, you want progesterone. Unfortunately, most conventional gynecologists don't prescribe bioidentical progesterone. They prescribe the synthetic version called a progestin. Progestins have zero impact on elevating your mood. They created a drug that prevents your uterine lining from overgrowing, but doesn't help the fact that you're still crying at every commercial. Isn't that crazy? Progestins often lead to anxiety and depression and other horrible side effects like weight gain and sleep problems. This makes the conventional doctors prescribe even more drugs to try to blunt the depression, the anxiety, and the sleep problems. All of this could have been avoided if you had just been given bioidentical progesterone. You're probably wondering why most conventional doctors prescribe progestins instead of bioidentical progesterone. But the sad truth is that conventional doctors don't know any better. They teach doctors nothing about the hormones during menopause in med school. Instead, doctors learn about how to treat hormones from the drug reps. The pharmaceutical reps are paid to convince doctors to use their drugs. Do you see how this can be a problem? You can't patent bioidentical progesterone or bioidentical estrogen either. The only way to make money from those companies is if estrogen and progesterone is to create a synthetic version and patent that. The truth is, bioidenticals work way better than this patented synthetics. But no one is pushing the bioidenticals because there's no money to be made from them. Does that make you mad? Yeah, it made me really angry when I learned it. Well, it gets worse. Progestins are everywhere. They are in your IUDs, your birth control pills, the Depo shot. They're in the Prem Pro HRT and the mini pill. And it's making millions of women feel crazy. They could easily give you the real thing. And millions of women could have been spared the intense mood swings, marital drama, fights with their kids, sleepless nights, anxiety, and depression. But conventional doctors just aren't trained on the nuances of hormones. And I know because I used to be a conventional doctor. I used to prescribe those awful synthetic hormones all the time, and I feel terrible about it. Back then, I didn't know I was doing harm by prescribing progestins rather than bioidentical progesterone. If you take one thing from this training, it should be this. Important. You need to know whether your doctor has been trained in all of the nuances involved with HRT. Before you put hormones in your body, you must find out if your doctor has been educated by the pharmaceutical reps or if they've been certified by an institution like the Cleveland Clinic Functional Medicine Institute. When I was educated by the reps, I was ignorantly giving women these terrible synthetic hormones. But once I invested my time and got certified in hormones, my eyes were opened. I'm so grateful for my advanced training. I now give women a voice and a choice. Again, I give women real solution to balance their hormones and reclaim their lives. Marriages have been saved. Lives have been restored. Hormones are critical to your well-being, and you deserve them if it's clinically indicated. You need to find a doctor certified in functional medicine because they are the leading researchers and advocates for women struggling with hormone issues related to menopause. I want you to know that I'm licensed to practice medicine in 30 states across the country. I'm certified through the Cleveland Clinic Institute for Functional Medicine, and I'm an expert in hormones. If you currently don't have a doctor to prescribe and treat you and test you, make sure to stay to the end of this presentation to learn how you can apply to work with me and my team to get your hormones tested and determine whether or not you are a good candidate for hormone replacement. But before we get there, there's 3 more major mistakes women make when attempting to balance their hormones. Mistake number 4, are you ignoring your gut? Have you ever had a round of antibiotics? 1 course of antibiotics to clear up a UTI or something like that when you were 22 might be the root cause of your hormone imbalance, and weight gain. Yeah, it might be the cause of your health conditions. Have you ever heard of leaky gut? Well, leaky gut is when you have holes in your gut lining. Leaky gut is more common than you think because your gut lining is only 1 cell layer thick. If you have leaky gut, your 1 cell thick lining has teeny tiny holes in it. It's like having holes in your coffee filter, letting chunks of coffee grains get through into your cup of coffee. But instead of coffee grains, little pieces of undigested food and bacteria and chemicals leak into your bloodstream and invade your body. It's estimated that up to 90% of Americans have leaky gut. Leaky gut causes many problems, including weight gain, inability to lose weight, hormonal imbalances, mood problems, low energy, brain fog, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, suppressed immune system, food sensitivities, joint pain, heartburn, eczema, acne, sinus infections, and so many others. All disease begins in your gut. What I'm telling you is that your hormone imbalances may be caused by leaky gut. If you've heard of leaky gut, you may have reached for some collagen powder or some L-glutamine to seal up those holes in your gut. But the truth is, stool testing is critical. Stool testing tells us if bad bacteria have started to overgrow. We need to know if you have yeast overgrowth, or if you're making too much of an enzyme called beta-glucuronidase. That actually makes you reabsorb estrogen in your body that your body's trying to get rid of. That can create a hormone imbalance. Pretty wild, hey? Conventional doctors don't know anything about the gut microbiome. You need to find a functional doctor who has been trained in the nuances of the gut microbiome. You need stool testing to see what's going on. And here's why. Once you have leaky gut, you're likely going to have a gut infection without knowing it. And this leads to the next mistake I see most women make. Mistake number 5, ignoring your food sensitivities. You can't heal a food sensitivity just by removing the food for a while. You have to heal your gut while removing the foods that your body is sensitive to at the same time. You have to do both together to break that vicious cycle. And you have to do stool testing to find out how to heal your leaky gut. And you have to do food sensitivity testing to know which foods to temporarily remove. I know it sounds complicated, but it's actually very simple and straightforward. You can't heal your gut without both of these tests, period. Remember, 90% of adults have leaky gut, so this is sadly common. Typically, too much alcohol, pesticides in your processed foods, chronic stress, ibuprofen, birth control pills, medications, gluten, and sugar, they all cause temporary leaky gut. While your gut is open and leaky, food particles leak into your bloodstream. Your immune system mistakes them for a foreign invader like a virus, and then the immune system creates antibodies against those foods that leaked through. We love it when our immune system creates antibodies against viruses, but it's awful when it creates antibodies against healthy food like chicken, broccoli, or almonds. I've seen hundreds of women test positive for food sensitivities to very healthy foods, and they were all shocked. Back when I first did my gut healing protocol, I tested positive for chicken, dairy, gluten, black pepper, and broccoli. I had to cut these foods out temporarily while I healed my gut. Now I can eat just about anything because I healed my gut, and my immune system no longer thinks these foods are an attacking virus. But if you don't heal your food sensitivities and your gut, every time you eat your food sensitivities, your gut becomes inflamed. This causes weight gain, weight loss resistance, hormone imbalances, and many health issues. So you must stop eating the foods you are sensitive to while healing your gut problems. Once you heal your gut, you can start eating these foods again without creating chronic inflammation in your gut. And this only takes a few weeks. I know this is a lot of new information probably, and I don't want to overwhelm you, but I want to reveal one last mistake I see a lot of women make. Mistake number 6, doing hormone replacement therapy without healing your gut issues. A lot of women come to me because they want to test their hormones and get HRT if their test indicates that it's needed. But I want to emphasize that if you have leaky gut and food sensitivities, these problems can continually throw your hormones out of balance. If your gut is messing with your hormones, you'll constantly be chasing hormone therapy. What worked a couple of months ago won't work now. Does that make sense? There's a reason why hormones go out of balance. And do you want me to blow your mind? Until recently, there was no word for hot flash in Japanese. There was no record of menopausal symptoms in ancient cultures. Menopause didn't used to be a big deal. Women just stopped bleeding and they didn't have these symptoms. Hot flashes, mood swings, anxiety, depression, sleep disturbances, weight gain. They're extremely common side effects now. This is often caused by chronic inflammation in your gut. This is why hormone replacement therapy should be done in conjunction with a gut healing plan. Otherwise, you will just need to adjust your hormone doses and chase labs every few months. It's like a dog chasing his tail. The best way to balance your hormones is to test your hormones to assess whether bioidentical hormones are necessary and test for gut infections and food sensitivities and get a customized plan to reverse those at the same time. You need a customized plan based on your lab results because no two plans look alike because no two women are alike. Does that make sense? Okay, let me recap. The first common mistake women make is they fail to get a hormone lab panel. Mistake number 2, most women are prescribed antidepressants for their hormone imbalances. Mistake number 3, women take the wrong kind of hormones. Mistake number 4, women ignore gut infections that can cause hormone imbalances. Mistake number 5, women ignore food sensitivities, which can also cause hormone imbalances. And number 6, women go on hormone replacement therapy without healing their gut issues. Congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. You just learned the 6 game-changing secrets to mastering your hormones. Now you are one step closer to a life free of mood swings, weight gain, depression, and anxiety. I'm living proof, and so are my patients. Okay, are you ready to transform your life as you know it? Can you feel the excitement in the air? Because I sure can. Now that you know these 6 eye-opening mistakes most women make when their hormones go out of whack, you have the power to avoid them. And you're not just here to learn, you're here to transform. And guess what? I'm here to make sure that transformation happens faster than you ever thought possible. Picture this: a life where you wake up feeling energized, where your mood is stable, your weight is under control, you feel passion and love for life again and everything in it. You sleep amazing, and your anxiety is a thing of the past. Does that sound like a dream? Well, it's not. It is your reality, and it's waiting to happen. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. As a thank you for watching the entire presentation, I'm extending a personal invitation to you to schedule a free discovery call with my team. And yes, hormone replacement therapy is on the table because you deserve every tool in the toolbox to reclaim your life back. This free call is where we can determine whether you're a good candidate for hormone testing and whether you'd also be a good candidate for gut and food sensitivity testing. They will answer any of your questions that you have after watching this presentation. All you have to do is click to schedule your free discovery call with my team. There's no pressure for you to move forward with testing. Just schedule a free call, and someone from my team can help you determine whether you are a good candidate to work with me. Does that sound good? Are you in? Oh my gosh, I hope so. Just click the link below and it will take you directly to the booking page. When you learn how to balance your hormones the way I'm going to teach you, remarkable things can happen in a short period of time. Many women experience easy weight loss, notable improvement in their mood, sometimes overnight, high, steady energy throughout the day, less sugar and carb cravings, less hunger, return of their libido, better skin and hair, lighter periods with less pain, and many other random health problems just go away. Many women have results like this after working with me. This is one of my clients I helped. Her name is Amy. She completely changed her life by using the protocols we gave her to actually heal her body from the inside. Amy is a testament to how if you give someone the tools to heal themselves, they can take control of their own health without the traditional Band-Aid approach. All right, listen to this. I was a hot mess when I signed up with Dr. Tabatha. She diagnosed me with Hashimoto's, informed me that I was in complete menopause, and then she devised a plan to help me get my health back on track. Within 3 weeks, the hot flashes were gone, and I was sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night, and the next round of blood work showed my thyroid numbers were down by half. I am down 8 pounds since we started. How awesome! Oh my goodness, my IBS is completely gone. So that's awesome. And my rheumatologist can't believe my antibodies are now negative. I've gotten so much out of the Healthy Her program. I tell everyone and they are jealous. I've already lost 15 pounds and I feel so good. I've lost 18 pounds already. I haven't felt this good in 13 years. You gave me my life back. I didn't know I could feel this good. Wow. Click below to schedule your free discovery call with my team. Don't let another day slip by feeling less than your best. Click that link below and let's make your health and well-being the #1 priority. Your future self will thank you, I promise. You deserve nothing less than the absolute best. I look forward to connecting with you. Take care.